One of the easiest and most effective ways to get people to see and play your game is just to buy their eyeballs for a few seconds. In this video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of advertising, what it takes to write a great ad, and where to post it if you've got the budget. Let's start with number 1, the basics. If you've never run an ad before, you might think the process looks something like this. You join an ad network, like Facebook or Google, you post an ad to that network, and you get lots of players in exchange for some of your budget. You then get to sit back and watch as your player base grows. But we all wish it was that easy. What this approach is missing is optimization. The real hard work in advertising isn't in setting up the ads, it's improving them over time, and testing them against others to always be running the best performing ad. It's a cycle, not a process, and it takes a long time to get this right. The goal here is to get a sales process running that costs less to acquire a customer than you make on a sale. So in other words, if you can spend $1 to make $2, that is the holy grail of advertising. So don't think of this as spending money, think of it as trying to build a money-making machine. This machine requires a lot more than just an ad though. It requires a landing page and a point of purchase for the customer. Those things have to be optimized as well, but that's another subject for another video. So number 2, when should you use ads? So paid advertising doesn't actually make sense all the time. It has its place in marketing, but unless you're Coca-Cola or some other massive brand, it can only serve one of two purposes. Either 1, you are testing the interest of a target audience or the effectiveness of a particular ad, or 2, you will have a confirmed working strategy, marketing material, and landing page, and you are making more money than you are spending. That's it, no exceptions. If you're writing ads, setting a budget, and just sitting back and watching what happens, you're doing it wrong. Even if your ad is working, every day or two you need to revise it and split test between the previous ad and your new one, constantly iterating to a better ad. If your ad is getting more clicks, but your sales don't go up, you need to do the same thing with the landing page, and always have a landing page. So number 3, writing a great ad. Most great ads follow the AIDA formula, which stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. Not all ads can fit this formula perfectly, and what an effective take on this looks like depends on the platform and device showing the ad, but I'll explain it in general. So here's what you want to do. First, grab their attention. First and foremost, you are paying for someone's eyeballs. It's up to your ad to grab their attention. So a headline on your ad should either match what they are searching for, or it should play up something that the player wants in your type of game. This is the stuff you have to research. Number 2, you gotta get their interest. Usually with the first line of the ad or the first 10 seconds of a video, talk about what the game is or show something short and to the point that generates a bit of excitement and curiosity. Number 3, you wanna grow their desire. In a video, this might show some awesome cool feature or an aesthetically pleasing scene. In text, this might list something of the standout features your game has. And number 4, you want to get them to take action. Normally called a call to action or CTA, you essentially tell them what the next step is, like play now or download now. Don't forget this part. Always tell them the next step or they'll likely just resume what they were doing before you interrupted them. So number 4, let's talk about etiquette. Before you run an ad, you need to really understand who will see that ad and put things in front of them that will make them act. Ad networks can have strict quality guidelines. If your ad looks scammy, doesn't perform well at all, or doesn't meet the content guidelines, some of the networks may even take it down. Get in their mind and think through the process of them clicking on your ad. Use their own words to market to them, and make something that stands out to them and makes them want to know more. If you do that, you'll be safe from the quality guidelines of any network. So number 5, what are the best ad networks? When it comes to ad networks, there really is no best one. Some have a very targeted version of your ideal customer, others have way more traffic. You have to try a few to see which ones work for you, and it's always a good idea to never put all of your eggs in one basket. With that being said though, here's some of my favorite networks as of the making of this video. First, you've got the big guy ad networks. You can try out Google AdWords, Facebook ads, Ad Exchange, YouTube ads, or Yahoo Bing ads. They tend to be more expensive, but they also control more eyeballs than anyone. You got the desktop game ads, you can try Epic Game Ads, Venatus Media, and Playwire. Mobile game ads, you can try AdMob, Chartboost, or Tapjoy. There's also a huge list of other ad providers in the description. So finally, number 6, here's some quick tips. I've lost a ton of money by doing all sorts of stupid things in advertising, so let me just share some of that knowledge with you here. Do not run ads for followers on Twitter or likes on Facebook. This is a waste of money because those platforms control who sees your content in the first place. So even if they followed, a new like doesn't mean a new sale. And remember, a sale should be the goal. You want to track everything. Use Google Analytics or another tool to monitor every click and gather as much data about your visitors as you can. Start small, then scale when it works. It's great to spend something like $5 a day and test that ad against a new one every day, and then increase the budget when it starts working. When you start, look at it like a test. If you're new to this and you've got $50 or something, don't expect a return. Look at this as a test and a learning experience so that you actually get something out of it and properly set your expectations. The last thing you want is to spend a bunch of money and be disappointed. That's no fun. So that's it for this video on Advertising 101 for indie game marketing. My name is Tim Ruswick. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below or tweet me at Tim Ruswick and I'd be happy to answer them.